Well, you talked about you had a counterfeit baby for 3 years.
Yes.
Now explain to everyone what a counterfeit baby is.
Counterfeit baby is when a woman knows that that's not your child.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
she still passed the child on as if it was yours.
okay. So there was a woman in your life
Yes.
who you had relations with at some point.
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. Known her for 15 years. We was friends for 15 years.
Friends with benefits or just friends?
Friends with benefits, cared about her.
Yeah.
Dated her in the beginning. Then when I found out that it was no possibility, my biggest thing is, when I meet a woman and I date them, and then it comes to the conclusion with either me, her, or us together that, we have already met the highest expectation we gonna be for each other. Mm-hmm. I don't cut off and just leave. I still be friending with them, and we still be cool because it started off as friends. And just because I'm not, in other words, fucking you no more, that don't mean, or not dating you no more, don't mean we supposed to be enemies and we still can't have a communication. And wasn't no other woman had came in my life since fucking with her. So we were still cool with friends and benefits. Like when I come into her own town and perform and we talking that kind of shit.
And at one point she got pregnant.
Yes.
And she said it was yours.
Yes.
And you said, cool.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I said, she knew my feeling. I didn't want to have no more kids. And then we took, I took care of the necessary thing before we can terminate the pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And she came back and said she didn't want to do it, this and that. So I told her now, I guess we're going to co-parent. And I just immediately from there started, went to Lamar's class with her, worked with her and everything to see the birth of my child that I thought was going to be my child.
Okay, so the baby comes out.
Yeah.
And you're in this baby's life?
Yes.
You're paying child support.
Yes.
But more important than child support, you're actually spending time and bonding.
It's my son.
It's your son.
Yes.
How do you find out it's not yours?
I'm on a radio show in promoting my Father's Day show in New York. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying to get in contact with her for like the last 3 months. And this was nothing like her in 15 years. She just went ghost on me. Just ghost. So, her area code is 21C. That's Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I'm on the radio, and I haven't heard from her in 3 months, and a 216 number come up. So I'm thinking it's her. So there's a dude say, hey man, I'm her boyfriend, blase blah and everything. I need to tell you something.
Oh, okay.
I said what it is. So he told me what it is. I said, I can't talk to you right now. Give me a minute after I do these interviews and call me back. So I immediately called my team, lawyer, everything else, put him on the phone, and I called him back. And then he started explaining to me. And what happened was she was dating him, and he ain't even the father. That was her boyfriend. And she was calling me, so he thought that I was fucking her. And he was taking care of her and everything. Her's her man. So he snatched her phone and knew her code to see what me and her relationship was. Mm. And as he read the text, he found out we was just co-parenting, how my kid and this like that. And he said, after reading that, I have to tell you, this is not your baby. The real father is this. And then he sent me the texts of her talking to the real father for the 3 years.
Ooh.
When she said that the baby was mine.
Wow.
And that's how I found out.
Was the real father in the baby's life as well?
No. He already had another woman, and from what I'm told, and he wasn't acknowledging the kid on. Only me, succotash.
Okay.
Only me, But yeah.
Okay, well, that's a very interesting situation. So here you have this woman who had what you thought was your son.
Yeah.
You spend 3 years bonding with this baby.
Yes.
Paying child support, but whatever. Money comes and goes. but you're the only father that this baby knows.
Yes.
Granted, the baby's only 3, so there's not a massive amount of bonding yet, but still there is, an emotional part on you. I mean, you're holding this baby and everything else like that. Do you continue any sort of relationship with the baby or the mother after that?
No.
That's it.
First of all, the mother, I got legal procedure pending against her.
Oh.
And with the kid, I love all kids. I have nothing against, but I only have time for my kids.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
So, because of my schedule, because of my previous owner kid, I knew I did not have the time to give to another child. That's why I did not want to have a child. When the situation for when he was conceived, supposedly, it happened at a low time in my apartment because my mother had just passed, and I drove up to see her from D.C. to Cleveland. And that's when the baby's supposed to have been conceived during that time. And that's when I told her. So I always had that fear. I didn't want to be a 50-year-old dude with a 2-week-old. You know what I'm saying? And so I was real down on myself that I allowed myself again to let not the woman of my dreams be the mother of my kids.
What was the conversation like with the mother?
I ain't say nothing. Once he told me, it was it. I cut the money off, filed a lawsuit against her. I invested in her. Invested in a company for her. I put her through nursing school and got her a nursing agency, which she right now provide all the nurses in the correctional system in the state of Ohio. I invested in, me and my partner invested money into her company to get it on, bidded for her to get a government contract to put her on because I wanted her to be self-sufficient. I didn't want to make the same mistakes I made with my previous mother of my kids by them just financially dependent on me and get her self-sufficient on her own. And after I found that out, she called me a couple of times or 3 more times, but that's nothing to talk about. Not fucking at all. And I haven't talked to her since I talked to her boyfriend, who told me that wasn't my child.
Hey, it is what it is. You make your bed and you lie in it.
Well, I mean, it's beyond that. That's evil, man. You don't bring a counterfeit baby to my father's funeral and saying that's my child.
Oh wow.
You don't name a child that ain't mine after my dead mother and said it was conceived during the time that my mother died. You don't have a 3-year-old, I'm famous, bro, have this child walk around saying this is who his father is when you know damn well it's not. Knowing who the fuck I am, and when it does come out, man, I'm going to tell my story, and that baby got to live with that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I've had a few fake pregnancies along the way. I've had a few women tell me they're pregnant when they really weren't, and kind of keep that charade going on for a little while. And so I'll just show up with a pregnancy test and have them taken in front of me, and they're negative. Thank God. But I've never had that, what you've just described. That's crazy.
Me neither. Hey, man, and everybody say, well, you should have got a goddamn blood test. You should have got it. And I tell them this. Every man that's dealing with a baby mama, if she say you pregnant and ain't yours, give me a test. And when that motherfucker come back positive, you got 18 years of an angry motherfucker with you. Because the first thing she going to say, you ain't even believe that child was mine, that I had to do it, and you already start. And then it's 15 years, dog.
You could do it on the low, though. You can kind of, do a little swab.
I'm not a sneaky person. If we cool, we cool. I'm not going.
There you go.
If I got to go behind your back and do that kind of shit, I don't fuck with you.
There you go.
We either in or I'm out. That's why when I went through the shit I don't lay beside my wife and plan on divorcing her and preparing myself. I'm not that dude. I just stop fucking with you and then let it be what it's gonna be, because I'm not a snake. I'm not that kind of motherfucker. You got to be straight with it.